Hi everybody, welcome to Shifting Lives. I'm your host, Zanele Ndlovu. Shifting Lives is the epicenter of self-growth and development for you who desire to live an abundant life of purpose as you walk into your divinity while navigating life on earth. It is a home for motivation, encouragement, and spiritual growth. A safe place for vulnerability as well as celebrations. Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Shifting Lives. Thank you for joining me again this week. To my followers, thank you so much guys for coming through each and every week, checking out the podcast, checking out the videos. I am truly amazed at the response and the love from each and every one of you. And to my new listeners, guys, you are so much welcome, and I hope you become a regular into this podcast. Now today, I just want to quickly jump into it. We will be talking about one of my reasons why it took me so long to discover myself and to actually walk in my purpose. So now one of my biggest reasons why it took me so long, when we speak about goal setting, we speak about setting goals that align to your destiny, that align to what you are called to. But most of the time, we usually set goals based on our environments, based on our circumstances, even the people that we hang around with. And we set goals that actually amuse people, goals that are fascinating to say, goals that, make people look or make us think we actually, something else, But what we don't realize or what we don't do is to set goals that actually align to our true selves. Some of those goals will include people not agreeing with you, people not seeing you as a normal being, people thinking you're probably out of your mind, goals that really scare us, goals that keep us, up at night. For me, I was setting goals that were really just aligning to what everybody else was doing. I was playing it safe. I was, making goals in terms of what other people would approve of me doing. It was not about me. It was not basically about what I can do, what my strengths were. It was not about discovering more of myself so that I can become even more sufficient to who I am. So all of my goals that I've been setting for the past couple of years have been actually goals that are just aligning to the environment that I'm in, aligning to me, considering the people that would help me fulfill or to help me reach that goal. So everything was around what everybody else would do to help me, what everybody else would do to equip me, what everybody else would do to encourage me. But it was never about what do I really want to do. I delayed in becoming the coach that I am today because I was considering if people would even follow me, if people would even listen to me, if people would even, agree with me or would even find what I'm saying useful or what I'm doing useful. So I was just aligning to what everybody else interested in. I was aligning to what people would want rather what I have to offer them. But when I went through the self-discovery course, when I did the Discover and Unleash Your Potential course, I became aware of myself. I became sufficient to myself. I became known to who I am. And that made me realize that all along, my goals, though yes, I would achieve some, but they weren't really realistic. And some of them I was okay with actually not even achieving. I was okay with not even, pulling them through. I was okay because they weren't really goals that really aligned with me. But when I started setting goals, they're aiming high. When I started setting goals that, scared me, goals that were bigger than me, goals that required God to align me to my purpose, goals that really, made me more dependent on God, the person that planted these ideas and desires and all of these goals inside of me, I became more sufficient to myself. I became more in line with me. And now I don't really care whether, people actually understand me or get me. But I believe that when I'm in my purpose will link me to the very people that need to receive from what I have. My purpose will link me to the kings and the seats that I need to be seated at, and that I will dine with, I would commune with. It's not really about who is around me that I think needs what I have, but it is what my purpose has that somebody else can have, can develop, can, accept. And that is the most important thing when it comes to discovering yourself. With the Discover and Unleash Your Purpose course that I am offering, starting end of March, It is the same cause that will allow you to be the person that you are supposed to be, to live the way you are supposed to live, not based on your circumstances, not based on your environment, not based on who you have around you, but based on who God has called you to be, based on your true identity, based on the gifts and the strengths that you actually have, that you possess, the potential that you have that can actually equip you to become the best version of yourself. And that is the most fulfilling thing to have. That is the most alerting thing for one to be self-sufficient enough in who they are, in what they do and how they do it. And pace yourself. Pace yourself based on how much you can take at a time, based on your strengths and your weaknesses, based all of that you discover about yourself. And that is the great thing about self-development. And that is what I love the most about becoming personal development. One of the things that I love the most about becoming a self-development coach is that I get to tap into people's spaces and watch them, become the best version of themselves, watch them bloom into something that, they probably didn't even realize they could be. And for me, that is fulfilling. For me is what keeps me up at night, to help somebody else develop into something greater than their circumstances, develop into something greater than what they had intentionally thought of themselves. And that is why I'm offering this course, so that you can be the best version of yourself, so I can help you to become, the goal setter that you are, to become the enthusiastic finisher that you are, to become the God-ordained person that you are. I believe that each and every one of us has a gift inside of them. Gifts, if I can put it at plural, because God is a giver of gifts, and each one of us have those gifts. We have gifts that we're not even aware of. We have gifts that we're not even sure of. We have gifts that we never considered were gifts to us. And when you discover those things, when you discover those aspects of yourself, you unleash so much potential in you. And you become more equipped and more developed in who you are. And all you want to do is to keep on finding out or discovering more of yourself. And that is the beautiful thing about a self-discovery journey. It's never ending. 1 minute you find something, and the next minute you just want to find out what else is there. It's like a hidden treasure inside of you. So every time you come across a task, because you've got these strengths and these gifts, and you know how to tackle this task, you are ready for the next one. And even more, you want to see how much more you can take, how much potential you have in you. So you keep on going. Even after a failure, you still get up and say, what have I done wrong? How have my gifts helped me in this? How have they, you analyze yourself based on your own personality check. And that is the most beautiful thing and fulfilling thing to do. So for me, delaying my dreams was basically because I considered everybody else. I considered what would be acceptable to everybody else. I considered what would be approved by my community, by my friends, by my family. And I didn't really stop to think, what about me? What do I approve of? What makes me the person that I want to be? What if it doesn't align with my friends? So what? So even if it doesn't align with my friends, it's okay. I still love them, they still love me, but I still get to be myself. And eventually God leads me to people that receive what I do, people that appreciate what I do, people that recognize with who I am. And, I don't have to pretend. I don't have to become something else. So with that, I just want to encourage somebody else out there who's on, you are doing everything else. You are being busy, but you know very well that you are not walking in your purpose. Discover your full potential. Discover all the hidden treasures inside of you, and be bold enough to take the step and say, I am becoming me. I'm starting that podcast. I'm starting that YouTube channel. I'm starting that business. I'm starting everything that I know aligns to my destiny. I am going to do it, whether people approve of it or whether people like it. I know that it is what God has called me to do. So get up there, start doing you, start living for you, prepare your destiny for greatness. Because you are called to be great. You are called to be authentic. God loves you, and He created you for a reason and a purpose. And it is our mission to discover the mystery of that purpose, to discover what God has given us, to discover what God has allowed us, to flourish in this earth. So join the Discover and Unleash Your Potential course and discover so much more of yourself. I will put the link to register for the Discover and Unleash Your Potential course in the description of this podcast and this video. And do register for the Discover and Unleash Your Potential course. It is an amazing course. It will build you up. It will sustain you. It will keep you wanting more of yourself. It will keep you discovering more of yourself, and you will live your life completely authentic because you know what you possess, you know what you bring to the table, and the table is you. So thank you so much, guys, and that is all I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope today's episode has actually encouraged you to want to dig in more into your personality, dig in more into your character, dig in more into your gifts and your strengths and your character. And I believe that what you will find there is going to blow your mind, and your dreams will no longer be delayed. Your goals will be according to what you want to accomplish, and not what everybody else will support you at doing. So thank you so much. Have a blessed time. Love you, and bye. That's all I had for you for today. Thank you so much for listening. Do connect with me. I've put my link on all my social pages on the description of this podcast. Do rate the podcast, rate my episode, and I would really love to hear from you. Send me an email, give me a shout. Let's connect. Bye.